Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Hustle Basketball Talk. I'm joined today by forward center Mike Parks Jr. Mike, thank you so much for joining the show.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having
Yeah, of course, man. So, want to start off by talking about growing up in Cleveland, what the basketball scene was like for you out there, and at what age you really fell in love with the game and realized you had a future in it.
me. Yeah, man. Growing up in Cleveland, like it's cool. It got its ups and downs. You feel me? It ain't the best city to grow up in. Being around the hood, being around the wrong people and whatnot. But I had to keep my head on straight in order to get where I was and where I am now, actually. And basketball wise, I started about 9. I didn't want to say I started about 9, but I don't think I really took it serious until I got to high school, about like 10th grade, and now I'm like, I'm really decent. I really can do this.
Yeah,
I just had to take it to another level, and especially once I got to 11th, 12th grade year, I was killing them years, and I really like found out I could do this for sure.
definitely. And then when you're in high school, you win District Player of the Year. You end up going to junior college.
Yeah,
You go to Missouri State, West Plains, and then Southwest Mississippi Community College. So,
yeah.
what was that experience like? What made you go the JUCO route? And then also, once you're there, what is the JUCO experience like? For those that don't really know what it is like or considering that route, what was that like for you?
Man, Juco was a good experience for me. I'm glad I went. My mom convinced me to go. I actually, to be honest, I didn't even have an offer coming out of high school.
Really?
Yeah, I think I ended up getting Akron late, but I'm like, I ain't gonna do that. I'd rather just go JUCO, and I went to JUCO out of the state, so it's better than some JUCOs that's in Ohio. So having that experience, I never like been away from home. This is my first time getting on the plane. Like everything was new, and basically when you in JUCO, you got to get it out the gutter. Like it,
100%.
it's like that. So man, formed like some of the best relationships there. I still talk to them guys from my first year at JUCO.
Yeah.
Uh, we just came together as a team. We had fun. We did what we were supposed to do. And it was just an unfortunate situation where I had to leave my first year of college because my coach had got fired.
Yep.
I went to the second one in Southwest Mississippi. I've never been to Mississippi, so I'm like, and it's in the South. They
Another new
good.
experience.
Another new experience.
Yeah.
So it was good seeing that part. Like this was my first time really going to the country.
Yeah.
I still got ties with them. I still go down there, every here and there. And I had a great experience with that. And like I said, that basketball, you got to get out the gutter. Like you trying to make that big level. And I always told myself, like, man, when I do this, like the college, I want to go to a college that's on TV, they big time, they, the gear, they flying everywhere. And I accomplished that. Like I really did that.
100%, man. And then as you said, you accomplished that. You ended up committing to go to Memphis, playing 2 years there. What was the recruiting process like for you coming out of junior college? And then what ultimately led you to decide to play for Tubby Smith at Memphis?
All right, so I met Tubby my first year in Missouri because he was recruiting one of our other bigs. So he seen me, he knew who I was. So when I went to Southwest Mississippi, I actually committed to New Mexico in the beginning of the season. And then at the end of the season, he ended up getting fired. So I had to, reopen my recruitment. And that was crazy because I swear in like 3 days, I had like 12, 15 offers. My phone was just blowing up.
Yeah.
I was just like, man, this is crazy. So I found out that Tubby, was at Memphis and that he needed the big and whatnot. And he came down and seen me. I'm like, bro, this is crazy. Like,
Yeah.
I think I committed even before even going on a visit, any of that. Because my mom, like, oh, that's Tubby Smith. Like, she know who that is.
The legend, yeah.
Yeah, he a legend. So just having that, and it was a big time school, another experience. Never been to Memphis before. Why not? Hey, this is my third time. So I went there. That was a great experience. I loved Memphis the time I was there, and then having Penny come in the next year, like the crowd went 10 times. I had never played in front of so many people in my life before.
Yeah.
Like it was crazy, and this experience overall was crazy. I love my 2 years at Memphis for sure.
That's awesome, man. And yeah, I'm sure the energy there was, electric with Penny coming in, and like you played for two huge names and
Yeah,
just the basketball world in general. And
right.
so, what was your experience there as far as, playing right in the American, one of the better conferences outside of a Power Five in the
Yeah,
country, and also being a starter? You were a starter your first year. You started a lot of games your second year, so having
yeah.
a real impact. What was that like?
It felt good. I learned a lot, taking from Juco then to that higher level.
Yeah,
Yeah. It took me a couple games to actually get started and have a feel for it. But once I got a feel for it, I started doing my thing, and
yeah,
it was just a humbling experience. Like I can take what I did and like show other little kids that's coming up,
yeah,
how to play the game or do the right thing to make it to that level. Show my son that and my future kids.
for sure.
And yeah, it was a fun, good experience. I learned a lot from being in
Yeah.
college. Like college really teaches you a lot because when
Oh
you
yeah.
have to go to the pros, you have to go back to that certain stuff, or even just keeping that same work ethic when you go to the pros. Because some people like, oh, I'm a pro, I made it, I'm chilling. No, you gotta really keep that stuff up to keep going higher and higher.
Yeah, absolutely. You went to pursue a professional career after your 2 years at Memphis. So, what has that transition been like to, going from having class and now you don't have to worry about class? Like basketball is your full time job, and so what's that been like for you?
Oh man, it feels great. You ain't gotta worry about going to school and doing all that. But at the same time, it's still time management because you still
Yeah.
have to make it on time to certain things. You still have to have time to go work out even before practice or
Mhm.
whatever the case may be. And making that transition, I also learned a lot too because starting off as a professional, it was a little bumpy for me, but I ended up figuring it out. And it's about really because now you're really on your own. You don't got nobody on your back. Oh, you need to do this. You need to do that. You need to work out. Like you
Yeah.
really got to do everything on your own. So you really got to be disciplined and know if you really want this, this is what I'm going to do. So that's why I had to figure out early on. And ever since then, my career been going up.
Absolutely, man. And it's really comes into handling yourself as a professional because that's how you have a long career. And
Yeah.
you've played in Russia, Mongolia, England, Canada, the G League overseas. So what has it been like? Traveling all over the world, and also from a competition standpoint. How has it been for you being a pro in different places?
Yeah, man, going to all these different places is definitely a good experience because most people don't get to experience that, and you really only seeing these countries on TV. So, like, when you're taking these 15-hour flights and all that, you be like, man, I'm really in the air. Then you be like, man, I'm really over here. Like, man, this is crazy. Like, how basketball really took me this far, and I'm blessed to be in this position. And
Absolutely.
like, the competition is different everywhere. Like, this country might play faster. This country might play, more aggressive. This country more laid back. So you just have to adapt to
Mhm.
every situation that you in because they got you out there for a reason.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
Like
you're
that.
there to do your job and do your role for that specific team. So you got to be able to fit in wherever
Yeah.
you land. And then, what do you feel is your biggest strength on the court and what you bring to the team to contribute to winning?
My energy on and off the floor, having my teammates back, just being an anchor down there, down low. If we need a bucket or we need a stop, like I'm there to do that. I ain't coming out here to do the most. They ain't bring me in to score 50 points and all this. They
Yeah,
came in here, you know what I'm saying, to hold it down. That's what I do. I'm a big man. I'm strong gonna hold it down for you.
absolutely, man. You're that anchor down low. You bring that energy. You're a great teammate, man. You're a good leader and stuff. And, all of that basketball stuff going back to, you playing when you're a kid, taking it serious in 10th grade, 11th grade.
Right.
What's been your favorite memory so far in your whole basketball career?
My favorite, oh, I got two of them.
Yeah.
Man, breaking the backboards. I broke two backboards in like
Yeah.
the last years, man. That was crazy because like it's always stories of my dad breaking back. He used to do that all the time. I don't know how many backboards he broke, but like I used to walk down and say, "Oh, you my part son, da da da." Oh, your dad with this and that. So now I can have people saying that like I'm like the only one in the city that has done that twice.
Yeah.
So that's something big, and man, they blew up. Like, I don't know, that just show how powerful I am, you know.
For
I
sure.
be nothing too. So yeah,
Especially just growing up, seeing like Shaquille O'Neal do that stuff too, and like you're like, man, I wish I could do that one day.
right, and man, I made it happen for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's your other memory?
My other memories, man. Always getting on the 905 Raptors. That was the closest thing to being in the NBA. I played on the NBA arena, so just having that, seeing that, and coming from a kid, like, man, like, I'm really on this floor. I really can do this, and I want to take it farther. Like, I know I can get on this floor again. I know I could possibly get in the NBA maybe one day, or even be a coach, get something close to that, to have that feeling like, man, I was a kid watching this growing up, wishing I could do this, and I'm doing it.
That's awesome. And like you said, from where you came from in Cleveland, and then going to
Yeah.
JUCO, getting it out the mud. I'm sure once you do have those experiences, like playing in the NBA arena, playing for a big time college, and traveling the world, it's humbling, man. Like that's a great experience to have. And then outside of basketball, who are you?
Man, Mike Parks, I'll be chilling, man. Like, I'm not no dude that you can't talk to. Like, I got a lot of tattoos, so people might discriminate. But I'll be like, it's okay. You gotta get to know me. They, oh man, that's a cool dude. That's Big Mike. He be like a teddy bear where he be chilling. I'm just that friendly guy. And also another thing, man. I got another job too. It's kind of interesting. Like when I'm not playing, I work as a coroner, like with a medical examiner. So like if somebody passed away or something, like I had to go to the scene and pick them up, put them in a body bag and all that. Most people can't handle that, but
Yeah,
I've been like watching videos, looking at pictures since I was young. So I already was like adapted to it. I just had to see it in person,
yeah.
And
How long have you been doing that for?
I've been doing it for like I want to say like 5 months or something like that. 5-6 months.
Okay. Gotcha. That's good. Yeah, so you got those outside interests, outside of basketball and stuff. And that's really unique, man. Like I've never met anyone that does that. So that's actually really cool.
That's crazy. It's crazy to say a basketball player doing that. Like,
yeah.
Just meeting them people, they be like, man, you supposed to be playing basketball. I'm like, this is my second guy, and they just laugh and we interact. You meeting new people doing new things.
For sure, man. And that's what life's about, meeting people, different experiences and stuff. And then, what's your why? I like to end the show, what's your why? What's your greatest motivation for waking up every day and being successful on and off the court?
Just the Lord blessing me to be here, and also having a family, my fiance, having my child, doing it for myself, doing it for my family. Like, God blessed me with this ability. Why waste it? Go out and go to, the wheels fall off. You might have a couple bumps here in the road, but you can break through that. Just keep going hard. And I just want to thank him for giving me all these opportunities and giving me the family that I got behind my back.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, that's a great motivation right there. God, if you get that gift, you definitely got to take advantage of it. And also having your family as a support system, and that's really important to being successful, man. So, no, that's great, man. Well, Mike, I really appreciate you being a part of the show. Great learning more about you, and we all look forward to following your journey and seeing where else this basketball takes you in life, and just off the court. I'm sure you're going to be just as successful.
Oh man, yes, definitely. Thank you so much for having me again.
Absolutely. All right, brother.